I used to wear my hair longer than Jeanette McDonald's. Isn't that going to look nifty? I mean, after I get it shaped in a bit, huh?
Adele, why don't you wear your wedding ring anymore?
A ring doesn't mean a marriage. Anyway, that's in the past now.
I hate to think about the past. Sometimes I can't help it.
You mean the boys?
No, further back than that. Lenny's father. How he died.
Tell me.
Well, you know, we had a little farm. And one morning, it was a lovely day. I made him a picnic lunch. And I took Lenny and I went out into the field. We were going to have a ride on the plow. And we started out. And then the harness seemed to come loose. And Matt got off to fix it. And then something frightened the horses. And I couldn't hold them. And the blades of the plow, they're big and they're much sharper than they look. He fell. Matt fell. He fell. And Lenny saw it. He saw it all and he blamed me for ever afterwards for not being able to save his father.
But you said he was only 4 years old. He was too young to think anything like that.
What children do, they do somehow. They look at you and they just make you feel guilty.
You have to see yourself full length to get the whole effect.
Oh, it's lovely, Adele. Lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
it's
you.
Perfect.
I startled you. I'm so sorry. But the front door was ajar, so I just came straight up.
You should have rung the bell.
I hate to spoil an entrance, I'm afraid. Are you Miss Stewart?
No, I am Helen Martin, Miss Stewart's partner.
Oh, but I've heard excellent reports of you. In the profession. I give private lessons, you see, in voice and diction to a few muppets with ambitious mothers. Among these is your Charlene Barker, a small but horrendous creature of absolutely no talent whatsoever. Now, since the arrival of the talking picture...
Just what are you trying to say to us?
It's perfectly simple, my dear lady. Just concentrate for a moment, will you? Since the talking picture is here to stay, your Muppets must learn to speak distinctly as well as shake their fat little legs. Now, why not extend your curriculum to include courses in drama and elocution given by myself?
Maybe he's got something. I mean, Shirley doesn't just dance. She's an actress, too.
We do not know who he is.
My name is Hamilton Starr. 2 hours, but prophetic nonetheless. Now, at what time do you conclude your classes in the morning?
11 o'clock.
Good. And that is when I shall return with some rather impressive letters of reference. Until then, ladies, good night. Good night, sweet ladies. That's Hamlet, of course. Oh, don't bother. I like to find my own way out as well as in. By the way, shall I close the front door? Rather unwise, you know, to leave it open.
Kids, you got the steps okay, but we need to jazz it up a bit. Let me show you what I mean. Well, you see what I mean? Now, it's after 11. I'll see you all on Wednesday. Helen, on goody-goody after the break, make a note to speed it up a little bit, huh?
Miss Stewart, any word from the other talent scouts?
Sure, we have Paramount coming, too.
You didn't look at my Rosalie once today. How do you know if she's doing good or bad or what?
Oh, I did look, Mrs. Greenbaum, and she's doing exceptionally well. Mr. Palmer, I'll see you on Wednesday, Mrs. Greenbaum.
They're very interested in Rosalie at RKO.
Oh, that's wonderful, Mrs. Greenbaum.
She could make you famous.
Yes, well, I'll bet she will. Why don't you bring her a little earlier on Wednesday?
I will. If she's not testing.
Mr. Palmer, about Winona's practice costume.
You don't like them.
I think they're dumb. Daddy, can we go home now?
We do have a rule here that all the girls dress alike, and it makes Winona self-conscious to stand out from all the others.
Really? Well, it shouldn't. I mean, if you got it, why'd you be afraid to let it stand out, Miss Stewart?
Well, if you've got it, you don't have to draw attention to it, Mr. Palmer.
I'm hungry.
That's a very interesting subject, Miss Stewart. I'd like to chat some more about that, but maybe over dinner tonight?
Tonight?
You got a date? We'll make it tomorrow night then.
Oh, no. Tonight would be just fine.
7 o'clock?
Mm-hmm.
I'll pick you up. Come on, baby doll.
I want a giant chocolate muffin.
Holy Moses.
Ladies, please.
I found him up here. He startled me.
Your class was running a bit late, so I decided to inspect the facilities. I'm so sorry if I alarmed your partner.
But surprise entrances are one thing, Mr. Starr. Snooping is another.
How right you are. Oh, I admit I am subject to the disease of curiosity. Now, where do we discuss these sordid business details?
Do you still have your instinct, Adele?
He makes me laugh.
Oh, we have the bond of humor, Miss Stewart. I'm so glad. Mrs. Martin may still think that I am Jack the Ripper, but my references are A1. You could make a start by calling up Constance Bennett.
Constance Bennett? Did you hear that, Helen?
We still don't know a thing about him.
But I have letters from the immortals. Let me see. Oh, Belasco, of course. And then here's John Barrymore. I played the ghost, not the gravedigger.
Oh.
To his Hamlet, you see. George Bernard Shaw, good enough for anyone, I should imagine. Then there's Sir Herbert Beerbohm Tree, Mrs. Patrick Campbell. And...
Hey, Francis, did you hear all these names, Helen?
Those people don't mean a thing to me. But of course, anything concerning the school is up to you.
Now, what is there about me that makes Mrs. Martin so nervous?
Oh, well, Helen just isn't used to theatrical types.
What, in this town?
Well, even for this town, you're a pretty special kind of ham, Miss